All hail the Clicks crew. Alright guys, so today we are taking a look at the Day 2 figures from our Day 2 unboxing. If you didn't get a chance to see those figures unboxed and you want to look at them before we do the deep dive into what they do and how you'd use them, make sure to check out the YouTube card now so that you can check them out and then come back to this video and for the deep dive. But we had some pretty good pulls. Generally I was happy with it. Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get the figures ahead of time, it's always cool. So, before we get too far into this, I want to take a chance to let you know that Mr. Clicks is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link from the description of this video. Mr. Clicks is also brought to you by TrollandToad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit TrollandToad.com and use promo code MrClicksFlix for 5% off your Heroclix order today. So, pre-orders everywhere are pretty much closed, but once the set officially drops, I believe February 5th, which will be not tomorrow, but next Wednesday, you will, I guess you'll be seeing this video on Wednesday, so not today, but next week. You'll be able to pick these up online as singles or go to your local shop and pick them up. So what we're going to do is take a look at the figures. Anything that we already looked at in Day 1, it's going to be like a super brief one. And then anything that's a quote-unquote new pull will be, we'll take more of a deep dive. So up first, we've got the Industrial Spy. So there he is right there. And these guys aren't terrible. They've got, we already looked at them, but basically they've got outwit, and if choose standard power, if you only choose standard power, the target has the Armor, Robot, Hammer Industries, Stark Industries, or Vehicle keyword, you can choose 2 powers instead. So there's that. That's what the card looks like. These guys aren't super great. Only reason you'd pick them is if you could wild card like a shield team ability with them or something like that. Other than that, there feels like there's a lot of outwit in this set, so I don't think you got to pay 30 points just for the outwit. So there's that. Next we have is Minotaur, which we also saw on Day 1. This is the rare version. So I probably want one more of these guys before I have enough. They're a monster. And, well, they've got other keywords too. Animal and Brute. Ignores terrain, hindering, and destroys blocking. His main thing is when he has charge, and when he uses it, he can basically modify his attack and damage plus X, where X is the number of blocking terrain squares he moved through and destroyed, to get him up to a +3. So for 50 points, he can have a 15 attack for 6 damage, which is really good in my book. We've got the whatever that is, Battle Fury there, so we can get around shape change, super strength. So yeah, overall, I mean, this is just a good monster keyworded figure there, and animal too. I think this is a good one for animal too. Then we have Pepper Potts, who, again, we already saw. She's 25 points, and basically for 25 points, she's got this proof that Tony Stark has a heart. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when a friendly character named Iron Man makes an attack, you may re-roll a 1 or a 2, and if it's a 6, heal him and Pepper Potts 1 click. So it's a prob without being prob, so you could, if you had an Avengers theme team, you could use this to re-roll one of the die, and then use a prob if you wanted to, or you have her use a theme prob. And it's a 25 point perplexer. So for 25 points, if I pull her in a booster for sealed, I'd use her. And she is cheaper than the AIM white agents. So if you were doing constructed and you were trying to find a perplex, she is 5 points cheaper than an AIM white agent. With the same keyword, although you don't get the outwit with it, but sometimes points are points and you got to do what you got to do. Next up, we've got a Nuke Clone. We've seen this one also, and these guys are okay. Their big trick is that basically they count down and then they blow up, and everybody within a 3 square radius takes 1 damage. They've got the Underworld team ability, so they are able to carry characters that they share a keyword with. Power Elite is something you'll see a little bit in the set. Soldier, there's a ton of soldier keyword in this set, so you might get some use out of that with him. And like I said, we're going to blow through these ones that we already did. So next, we in the day 2 was Power Man. So here he is there. Kind of a basic thing. This is a repaint of a different figure that's in the set. I think we're going to look at that one on day 3. But anyway, Power Man, he's got takes maximum 1 damage from the first attack each turn. He's basically an attack absorber. If you see him in a booster and you have no other close combat, I could see that being a reason to take him. But he is able to deal 6. So like I said, if you need a close attacker, otherwise I would try to find something else in my booster that you liked better. Next is Maria Hill. She's okay, not great. In constructed, she's okay, not great. In sealed, she's got this welcome to Pleasant Hill mind control. Once per turn, when a friendly character uses mind control to target a character that hasn't been damaged this turn, after resolutions, that target character can't make attacks or be attacked until your next turn, unless it's the only character on their force. Leadership shape change. So the only way I'd play her in sealed is if you needed a leadership or you wanted to use her team ability, the shield team ability. She does have perplex on that back half of the dial, but for 45 points, I'm not trying to get through those first 2 clicks. I guess the barrier might be worth it, but really why I would consider using her would be on in a constructed team with the Skull. From Earth X with his basically unlimited ranged mind control, with a Steve Rogers, which we don't have here today, to give him the shield keyword. So it'd be a nice little shield team, theme team, and she has leadership to pull tokens from him. I think it would just work out nice. So constructed, I would definitely look for using her with some high ranged mind controllers, but in sealed, she's not for me. Then we have a shield officer, who I believe we already saw. If not, you know what, we'll do a little bit of a deep dive on him. So he's got shield team ability. He's got that espionage trait, which we've seen creep up a couple times. So it's stealth, improved movement, and targeting hindering terrain. Then he's got this gotcha back. Once per turn, when an adjacent friendly character with the shield keyword moves, after resolutions, you may place shield officer adjacent to that character. I think that's cool, especially since he has enhancement and empower. I think that's really good, along with the shield team ability. So now that I'm thinking about it, we have not seen this one yet. So this is somebody that's really good. So shield team ability, you can give him a power action to increase your damage +1, and then you get the +1 range from the shield team ability also, and then you push him to click 2. So that you're getting +1 to your damage for ranged also, so you're really getting +2. For a 30-point guy, this guy's pretty good, and the fact that he follows shield characters around, basically, is really handy, so you don't have to worry too much about taxiing him around. So this guy's pretty good in my book. For 30 points, I would try to use him. Next up, we have Citizen V, and we actually pulled 2 of them, so we're only going to look at the one. Because they're both the uncommon version. So Citizen V has the, if I can get it back for enough, has the Thunderbolts V Battalion Celebrity Martial Arts keywords, has 2 traits and special on his attack. First one is Reveal Myself to the World. If Citizen V is KO'd, instead replace him with number 62 or number 100 Baron Zemo. On his last non-KO click, roll d6 and heal the character. So it's sort of like a 25-point that living legend trait. So that's pretty neat. I like that they've been doing that. There's so many characters in this set that can attack twice per turn, so it kind of makes it so that it's like, okay, well, yeah, you're going to get one-shotted, but, maybe you can come back. So, there's that. Assemble Bolts and Masters. We've seen this before. And then the special on the attack is Precision Strike, Blaze Claws, Fangs, but instead roll 2d6s and choose one as the result. I think that's pretty good. And here we are for 50 points. You've got an 8 movement charge, 11 attack, with that special 17 defense, combat reflexes, 2 damage. I think this is a fairly competent close range character. For 50 points, they're not going to really want to dump too many resources into trying to get over that 19 defense or the what I would consider pushing to 20 defense for up close. And you're able to deal possibly 6 damage with it. So they're going to have to really think about risk reward. Like, do you really want to ignore something that's rolling 2 dice to possibly deal you 6 damage instead of 1? Or do you want to try to dump your resources into KOing a 50-point figure while leaving the rest of the force alone? They kind of put your opponent in a tough spot. So that's why I like this figure. For at least sealed. As far as constructed goes, there's better 50-point figures out there. And then next up, we have Ironheart. So there she is. She's super rare. She's the only super rare we pulled from day 2. And she's got Ironheart can use 2 traits. Ironheart may use her displayed damage power twice per turn. That matters because she has the best support powers in the game. And then she has this other one, which is when Ironheart hits after resolution, she can use barrier at no cost, but the first marker must be generated adjacent to a hit character, and the markers may be placed on hindering terrains. So you're kind of like walling in your opponent so they can't move out, which is pretty cool there. And as we can see, 85 points. She's got Running Shot, Psychic Blast, 18 defense with Impervious, 3 damage with Prob, which gives way to Outwit, which gives way to Perplex. I think this is pretty good. I wish she had Indom for 85 points, but I understand that the getting to use those damage powers twice per turn is taking up a lot of points here. But yeah, I really wish I would have seen Indom. But overall, she's not a terrible support figure / secondary attacker, but 85 points were getting pretty expensive for a secondary attacker. She's got Champion, Stark Industry, Armor, and Scientist keywords. So if you pulled her with a couple of the Pepper Pots that we saw, you might have something there for Stark Industry. I'm not exactly sure. But, yeah, so those are the figures that we pulled from day 2. Here, we'll get this other Citizen V in here. You guys let me know what figure you like most from this review. I always enjoy reading that stuff. If you guys went to pre-release, let me know what you pulled from that and what team you played. That's always interesting, too. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and it also lets YouTube know, hey, other people might like this video. That's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that it's on critical miss if you don't have probability control.